This is Dr. PIECZENIK, and today I want to talk about the dynamics of a politician like Mike Pompeo, who's Secretary of State. And I predict, like many others, that he will be fired or he will quit as Secretary of State. And the reason for that is very simple. It's because he depended on the kindness of Trump and eventually fell into the trap that Trump creates, and that is he will idealize you and then he will deprecate you. And Pompeo was not shrewd enough to really understand the dynamics of this president. Let me get to the basis of Pompeo. Pompeo is a very shrewd, intelligent individual. He was born in California, but made sure that he recreated himself and grew up or went to Kansas. He was smart enough to get it to West Point and become #1. And instead of continuing in our military and probably becoming a general, he decided that he would really promote himself as a politician and then went to Harvard. And he did very well at Harvard, as one might expect. And instead of deciding he would become a lawyer, he continued to say, you know what, I'm smarter than that, I'm shrewder than that, I'm going to manipulate my way right up to the power elite. And he went into private business and developed a company along with two other guys from West Point called Thayer Industries, which was really a military industrial complex and aerospace. But the key to all this dynamic wasn't his capability as much as it was his ability to form relationships with important people, or as Tennessee Williams calls it, the kindness of strangers. He in turn became the servant to the Koch brothers. The Koch brothers were invested in Thayer Industries, and then eventually Pompeo left Thayer Industries to create an oil company completely dominated by the Koch brothers. And then he decided that he really didn't want to be this businessman, but he decided to be the politician from the Midwest and converted from Catholic, which he was originally. His family was from Abruzzo in Italy, and became a Christian evangelical. So he used religion as a way to manipulate his way up to the conservative ranks, where the Koch brothers would underwrite him as a congressman for several years. From that position, he got to become DCI, director of the CIA, and instead of staying there and becoming a professional intelligence operative, the same way he didn't become a professional military man, he decided to go to the Secretary of State, and instead of deciding he would become a national security expert, he decided that he is going to become a senator. So Mitch McConnell has really put him in place to say, you're going to be the senator from Kansas. However, all bets are off, because when Trump fires you, all types of dynamics go into play. #1, as I said, idealization and deprecation is one of the dynamics that Pompeo fell right into. That meaning that Trump in the beginning said, oh, this is a great man, I'm going to take him from the CIA, I'm going to make him Secretary of State. And now Trump gets into the second phase, which is a normal dynamic within Trump, and that's to deprecate the individual, because Pompeo did not protect Trump. He did not make sure that the people and the FSOs and the ambassadors were there to protect the president. Instead, he allowed all of them to come forth and criticize Trump over the Ukrainian matter. Well, from Trump's point of view, and that's the correct point of view as a politician, this is not acceptable. Because for Trump, if you're going to be my point man in the foreign affairs or in intelligence, you're there to protect me. And Pompeo really didn't want to accept that. And Pompeo, like most sycophants in the political arena, decided he would go up as high as he could, then break whatever relationship he had with Trump in order to maintain his own integrity. Mao Zedong once said the following: the higher the monkey goes, the further he falls. And this is the case with Pompeo the monkey. He's gone up very high. Now let's watch him fall. Thank you and good night.